Welcome back, Tokyo Fresh Podcast. Jordan Green here with David.
Hey.
What up, dude?
Not much.
You've been good.
This week has just been me going, man, I want to go home every day.
Yes.
Man, I want to go home. I think that's just because
It's that time of year.
It's that time of year. It's before Christmas. I look at my calendar and I go, 2 more weeks and I'm free.
Man,
2 more weeks and I'm free.
my week has been stupidly... I've never felt more like a salary man than I have this week.
Oh yeah, when I sent you a message
Yeah.
yesterday and I said, "Oh, I'm playing Apex." And you're like, "I'm still at work."
Yes.
I looked at my phone.
Yes.
It was like 9. I'm like,
Yes.
the fuck?
Yes.
What happened there?
There are so many... So there's so many contracts and there's so many things we have to finish and we don't have enough writers.
Yeah.
But we need to do all the contracts to get the money because Corona, we need money. So like, it's just all hands on deck.
Just do everything.
You got all the companies, it's like the end of the year, the end of the fiscal year is coming up as soon as we get past this New Year's nonsense. So everyone's like, we have all this money left over. We got to get rid of it. We can't.
We can't just give it to our employees because that would be insane.
No, if you don't spend the budget, next year's budget gets less.
Right.
You know, you got to prove that you're using all this budget for something. So people are like, we got to
Right.
spend this money. We get some fucking articles written. Let's talk to Tokyo Weekend and get it done. But then I got to write like a ton of shit now. So it'd be fine normally. But the problem is, I got a media trip
Okay.
on Monday. I'm going to Tokushima on Monday.
Yeah, you'd said that.
Again.
I hate to be that guy.
It's the island.
Tokushima, yeah, it's
Shikoku.
the island.
Shikoku.
Yeah, it's in Shikoku, right? Yeah, okay.
Nothing's. Yeah, it's
This-
just. Yeah,
yeah.
it's just that. Yeah. So I'm going there on
So
Monday.
why are they sending you there?
Tokushima has money and they're giving it to us for me to go there.
The money from what?
I don't fucking know.
I mean,
don't even know.
okay. I guess you have to look at it this way, right? If you're not spending any money, you're saving money. So they're probably not spending money on anything, so they're
No,
saving money.
They're saving a ton of money.
And like, who goes to Tokushima?
This is the thing, like, Shikoku and them places have like a bunch of money for like tourism shit, but
Nobody's touring.
no one's really they want like gaijin foreign clientele to come and like tour around Shikoku and stuff.
Yeah.
It's been like an untapped market for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
So I think when I first started in my company now, like Tokyo Weekend, during the interview, I was like, Shikoku's gonna be a really big market because like it's really nice and no one has like tapped into that market yet.
Nobody goes there.
Yeah, no one goes there.
If I ask someone, where do you go for holidays in Japan?
Yeah.
It's
No.
Never have I heard a single person say, I went to Tokushima. Actually, no, that's not true. I knew one guy,
Fuck.
another teacher,
Yeah.
and he's like, yeah, I went to Tokushima once.
Mm.
But this guy was the kind of person who went to like weird ass places.
That might have been me.
Like No, it wasn't you, it was someone else.
Sick.
But yeah, he's like, oh yeah, you should go to this island off of Shikoku because it's like super nice.
Yep. Those people.
Yeah.
So like, pretty much they want more mainstream tourists to come to these places, but
Mhm.
they have the money for it. They just didn't have the promotion material.
Right.
So I remember in the interview, I was like, "Yo, Shikoku's gonna be a huge market. Like they have a ton of money.
Mhm.
They're not using it. They need to use it. They want tourists. They want more money. It's gonna be huge." And then like a week later, they're like, "Hey, do you want to go to Shikoku? We got a bunch of contracts in from Shikoku. How did you know Shikoku was gonna be a big market?" And I'm like, "I can read the fucking tea leaves, bro. Like,
Right.
I drink my matcha by the cup. I can read them tea leaves, bro. Like, I knew it." So even now, like a year later, it's still happening. Like, it's crazy. So we're going back to Shikoku, but that's it, David. David, I'm still mad about this.
Okay, what happened?
I'm still mad about
What's
it. Okay.
wrong?
Guys, I'm going to tell you what's wrong, right? So, we got this media trip, you know?
The one to Tokushima.
Non Tokushima, yeah.
Okay. Uh-huh.
When you go on a media trip, there's 2 parts. There's the photographer and then there's the writer.
Mhm.
Sometimes when it's me going, I do both parts. I'll be
Right.
photographer
Okay,
and
fair enough.
writer.
Yeah.
But most of the time there's one photographer and there's one writer. You
Mhm.
know? The writer's gotta fucking get his research done, work out where they're going, get questions made up.
Right.
So you need about a couple of days to do that, right?
Yeah.
You need a couple of days. You need to schedule a bit earlier. You want a couple of days to make all these questions, especially if it's in Japanese,
Yeah, exactly.
which is
Right.
gonna have to be in bumfuck nowhere.
I can imagine that's probably more annoying than anything because you're going to have to think of questions in English, translate them to Japanese, ask the people in Japanese, get their Japanese answer, and then make it back into English. That's fucking
hell. It's awful. I need like a couple days to get these questions, to research all these places, get the questions down, translate the questions to Japanese. Like if there's any difficult words I don't understand, learn the
words.
Weird Japanese vocabulary that's going to come up. Like, if I'm doing a thing, we're going to a Mikan farm.
Okay.
I don't even like Mikan. The fuck am I going to talk about in this Mikan farm? Bro, why are you growing Mikans? What are you doing here?
Do you like oranges?
Bro, literally, like, do you like oranges?
Yeah.
You'd be like, yeah, and I'd be like,
exactly, right.
That's it. That's all I have to ask. I don't care about Mikan. Anyway, so they give me the schedule for the media trip.
Right.
Guess when they gave it to me?
Saturday night.
Yesterday.
Yeah. Friday night.
Yeah, Friday night. Yesterday. So I'm looking at the schedule. Remember?
What am I saying? Saturday. Today is
Saturday. Yeah, I was thinking, is he thinking in the future? Like, they gave it to me yesterday, and I'm looking at the schedule, and it's huge. It's a packed 3-day fucking schedule. Now, when I was given this, like, media trip, they basically said to me, oh, we're going to be doing, like, you know, Japanese snacks. We're going to talk about ramen or some shit. You know, chill. I'm like, where are we going to be going on this media trip? They're like, don't worry about it. Chill. We're going to be doing about fucking Japanese snacks, you know, ramen and shit, soba. Easy. So I'm thinking, alright, cool, it's 3 days. Maybe we'll do some crafts. We'll do a little bit of like, eat a bit of manju. Eat a little bit of soba. We're going to a bar. That's going to be cool. Drink some drinks on the company's money.
Right.
Trill. Easy. I was like, this is going to be straightforward. I get the schedule now, David. And there are things on this schedule. And I'm like, we did not discuss any of these things.
Right. What the fuck is this?
I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like, yeah, we're going to a Mikan farm. I'm like, are you high? Like, y'all told me manju and fucking ramen. And I'm looking at the schedule and it's like, we're going to the craft museum of the history of rocks. And I'm like, bro.
History of rocks.
Now I gotta study geology Japanese to get this done?
Right,
like, fuck me. The inconfidence is insane. But then 2-2 is because everyone's like, Japanese company. Guys, big hint for a Japanese company. Every motherfucker looking out for their own ass.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Insane. Like,
of course.
It's insane. Even in the UK, for example, maybe the same in Canada, there is a very, very thin but very strong sort of sense of camaraderie among the employees. So it's like, although we're all protecting our own asses and we're all looking out for ourselves, we're not going to be going to higher-ups and chatting shit about someone else unless they're like a massive pain.
There's definitely, I think, in most workplaces, there's definitely the I ain't no snitch kind of mentality.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But it's only up to and when your job is in jeopardy.
There we go.
Then you're like,
snitching.
Like, does this job matter enough to me to get fired? And then you just decide from there, do you snitch or do you not snitch, right?
Simple as.
But most of the time, I think like those groups are between same level employees, even same level employees, but only same level employees in the same area.
Yes.
Like, for example, like when I worked at like a grocery store or whatever, right? The people that worked in my area were like the people I conversed with all the time, despite other people being on the same level. Yeah. But I didn't talk to those fucking people. Whatever, fuck them.
Yeah, they saw milk. Fuck those fuckers.
Yeah, exactly.
We groceries, boy. Yeah.
Right. If they were like in trouble or something, I'd just be like, yeah, it was fucking Jim. Fuck that guy.
Yeah, fuck that guy. Oh, Jim.
I don't see Jim. Jim doesn't see me. I don't have to face him any day of the week.
I don't clock in with Jim.
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck Jim.
Exactly. Right.
Legit. I feel like there is that. It's like your department. You got the camaraderie. Same in Japan, kind of. But then in Japan, they do this thing where they'll make a mistake. And they'll realize that they've made a mistake. And they'll go, oh no, I don't want to get in trouble for this mistake. I know what I'll do. I'll just start throwing down smoke screens until we're far enough away from the mistake.
Right.
That it doesn't matter anymore. Yeah.
You don't have time to deal with it.
Exactly. So someone did that in the company against me. And it maddened me to such a level that I was legitimately like, should I get this person fired? Because I know I could.
Right.
But then I was like, let me not. Let me chill. Let me war them in secret, because like fully, they were out. So for example, it was about like the media trips.
Yeah.
So ready? Here's the math. I was hired for media trips, in my company.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Every media trip I went on, we get the reviews back, and the reviews were like, greatest media trip we've had all year. They're like, we love Jordan. What a character. What a star. The article that came out, fantastic. The photos he took, brilliant. He's Japanese, top notch. We love this kid. Amazing. Every single fucking Shuzai.
Mm-hmm.
We had repeat customers because our Shuzais were so good. They were like, you can work in here next year. I was like, I am. They're like, we'll hire you again next year. We fucking loved your fucking Shuzai, dude. Well done. Then, that was even mentioned I had an appraisal thing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Even the appraisal, they were like, here's what's good, here's what's bad. Perfect, the Shuzai. Amazing, don't change. And I'm like, thanks, bitch, I know. Like, I'm great at this, what I do. It's easy. It's talking to people and fucking around.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Then out of nowhere, David, out of nowhere, I'm sitting in this next appraisal, and this man's like, I've heard that, during these media trips, that, you're not being professional. It's not the best. Shocked, David.
Mm.
I'm like, huh? What? So I'm thinking, they don't want to give me a raise.
Yeah.
And they couldn't find anything, so they're trying to say...
So they're trying to pin some bullshit
Some
on
bullshit.
You.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So I'm like, huh? Are you drunk? It's 11 o'clock. Do you know who I am?
Mm.
Are you talking to the wrong person right now? I'm very confused. And I realized that after doing some, digging and people telling me some things, I realized that this one wench, we had this Shuzai in Nara.
Mm-hmm.
And I got the schedule as we were going to Nara.
Okay.
That's when I got the schedule. Pretty much as we were going, I get the schedule.
So somewhere from on high, they fucked up.
They fucked up. It came down to me and it was like, well, here you go. Here's a poorly planned fucking media trip. You have no idea where we're going till last minute. You've no idea really what you're doing. Go. Do the trip. I'm like, oh, you fuck. Oh, fuck. Okay.
Right.
So
okay.
It's got to be done.
Mm-hmm.
Shit happens.
Yep.
So I'm in my room every night studying for the next day's Shuzai. Learning the Japanese that needs to be learnt for the next person we meet the next day. So I'm waking up in the morning, fucking tired. So I've been up till 2, studying bullshit.
Yeah.
For this woman to turn around after all that shitty Nara shoes I was finished and be like, actually, it was all Jordan's fault. He was unprofessional. Would you not be pissed?
Well, yeah.
Listeners, would you not be mad? Of course you would be mad. How maddening. How fucking dare you?
See, at this point, this is where I would immediately call that person out.
And it will happen.
Oh.
And it will happen.
Are you waiting?
Oh, David, I'm waiting.
You're waiting to do the pinpoint nuclear strike.
Yes, because it happened before during Nara, and it's happening right now. Tokushima thing, same person. I got the thing yesterday.
Yeah.
Yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for someone to try something, and I'm gonna blow up. I'm gonna go nuclear because they don't know. I've already set all the characters. I've already set all the things in motion.
Right.
I've already set the piece that need to be set. All I gotta do is flick the switch. Watch the dominoes fall. Right. You know? Stress.
Just straight up Sun Tzuing that shit.
Straight up Sun Tzuing that shit, David. All the places there. I'm hoping they're listening to this podcast and sweating bullets. Like, oh no, fuck. Fuck. Anyone but you. I'm the one person that's not. I'm pretty chill all the time. But then when it comes to fucking with my money, no. That's it. It's that.
There is something to be said about people who they don't care. Not that they don't care. They don't care about what the fallout is with other people, right?
Yeah.
Because obviously, at the end of the day, you're still going to have to come in tomorrow morning.
Yes.
To the same job.
Yes.
Where that person's going to look you in the face.
Yes.
And they're going to fucking hate
you.
They're going to fucking hate you. And now, from that point on, you just have a permanent enemy. Because because now it's not at this point, it's you've been petty.
Yeah.
And now I can be 10 times as petty as you.
Exactly. That's what it's petty, backstabby high school bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
And as fun as being petty is and backstabby is, if I had generally done something that was wrong, or I did something that was unprofessional, you'd have just told me, wouldn't have you?
Right, yeah.
You'd just been like, oh, hey, Jordan, in Japan...
Well, here's the thing.
Yeah.
it wouldn't happen in the first place
Here
if
we
you're
go.
competent, right?
It wouldn't even happen. Target. And even
like that. That's there's so many times I hear from, especially like my girlfriend. I don't want to put her on blast, but like not like any of those people are fucking listening to this.
Yeah.
But like the amount of people in her company who are up above her that are just the most incompetent fucking idiots. They're just so dumb.
Yeah.
Every single last one of them. She was telling me this week, she's like, she's like, I talked to my like head of the department, or like he came to talk to me. He's like, can you please do this presentation for this person, because last time they made a presentation themselves and it was total fucking dog shit. Like the man was like, this dude made a presentation and it was fucking bad, and the other people in the room were like, what the fuck is this garbage? So can you please do it to save face? And I told her, I'm like, just say no.
Just say no.
Just say no.
Yeah,
because let that man drown.
Yes.
Because the second that man drowns and dies, he's
That's
out
it.
of the way. He's gone.
Yep.
That problem is solved.
Yep.
Do not throw that man a life preserver.
No.
Because if you keep doing that, you're going to realize that it's going to be you every single time throwing that life preserver to this fucking guy who leans too far over the side of the boat and fucking falls in every single week.
Constantly. Right? Constantly. That's what it is. It's nonsense. It's weird, tiny
Once,
things of bullshit.
Once is I save your life.
Yeah.
Twice you're doing it on purpose.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Right. Once it's that maybe it was a mistake. Maybe there was something you didn't understand. Twice, 3, 4 times. 5.
Yeah.
Oh. More than once. I'm done.
And then the thing is getting back on the ship and going like, that guy pushed me.
Yes.
Right.
That's what it is.
That's exactly what it is.
That's exactly what it is. This motherfucker was looking at the fucking jellyfish. He fell in.
Yeah.
I saved his fucking life, and then he's like, "Yo, motherfucker pushed me in." It's like, bitch, I saved you.
Right.
Yep. How dare you? That's Japanese companies in a nutshell.
Those kind of people, just like, if you know that they're that kind of person, steer clear of them as much as you fucking can.
And if you can't steer clear of them, keep your receipts.
Right.
Screenshot everything.
Right. Yeah.
Everything.
Well, I assume with the person that you were talking about, right? There's some kind of record of when they sent it to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
there's 2 records.
So
there's one of them sending it to me, like on like the whatever record they sent it from. Then there's the screenshots I kept of when it was sent to me.
Right.
Then there's also screenshots of like I went back in the conversations and I just took screenshots of like everything from like last year to now, just to show like a chain of incompetence.
Right.
Because for me, it's like you make one mistake, that's fine.
Yeah.
One mistake is like, oh, you made a mistake, it's cool. Like I can't hold this against you in any way.
Right. Exactly.
I have a chain. Yeah,
when it's 3, 4, 5 time,
I'm making a presentation. I'm building a PowerPoint. I have a folder on my computer that's just labeled revenge. I've not had to make a revenge folder in years.
Right.
Look what you've done to me. How dare you? How dare you? I made the folder and I was like, how long has it been since I've made a revenge folder?
Right. I don't. Those kind of people, I don't know where they get the audacity to think that they can do that. And it's always the people who are like that weird like middle management level type people who think that they're the smartest of the smarty smarts.
Yes.
Like
always.
Nope.
Fucking always. I'm like, no.
The only reason that I'm down here is because you were in my way.
That's it.
Unfortunately. Your incompetence is blocking my upward momentum.
You are so incompetent, no one can get... You're like a seal.
Right.
You are the glass ceiling. Yes, no one can get past you. It's stressful. Fucking,
no one can get past you, but you're fucking transparent.
You are transparent as fuck. Well done, David. Also, very easily breakable. We will break him.
Yeah. Well,
it's a very thin glass ceiling.
Well, there you go.
Couple punches to do. Maybe I'll hire a gang. No.
Maybe I'll hire a gang. Maybe I'll just hire a gang.
Maybe I'll hire a gang. To do what with? Not going to say. Hold a tea party, perhaps. No one knows. But maybe I'll hire a gang. We'll just hang out. High five. We'll learn some secret handshakes. That's all we're going to do in the gang. That's it. Crime? No one said that. Don't worry about it. Strike that from the record, John.
Never happened. You never heard it. It never happened. It's very tree falls in the forest type situation.
I would love to be in a court case, like be the judge. Sorry, be the lawyer defending my client, being like, judge being like, Jordan, your client killed like 5 people. I'm like, but Your Honor. did you see it? And Judge is like,
if nobody saw it, did the crime happen?
did it actually? The other lawyer's always evidence, but I have the bloody knife. It's like, Your Honor, he has a bloody knife. Me, I have eyes. And the court's like, he does have eyes. He's gonna point.
Picture it didn't happen.
When it happened, were you sleeping, Your Honor? He's like, I was? How could you have seen it?
Exactly.
But the court's like, ooh.
Ooh.
Ooh. He's got him there. Yeah, I can see he was sleeping, the bastard. Dude, that's so good. Why can't courts be like... I wish Suits was like that. I wish the whole show of Suits was like that.
But did you see it?
It's like trying to be really serious with like fucking wide angle lenses, like power cuts, like...
This is Kangaroo Court.
This is Kangaroo Court. I won't stand for it.
Yeah.
Dude, hell yeah. That's so good.
Man, speaking of something completely unrelated,
yeah,
I felt like this week I unlocked some like fucking hidden knowledge, like knowledge of the gods.
Oh, go on.
Yeah. So this story starts.
I
was taking a shit.
The best,
we're all good stories.
The best stories.
Right. So, I have what is it, like a bidet? No, it's not a bidet.
A bidet, yeah.
Yeah, but
a washlet.
No. Yeah, washlet. That's what it is. So I'm using the washlet.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just getting it clean down there.
Washlets are the greatest thing.
It's what you do.
Yeah.
Honestly, if you don't have a washlet, go out and buy one. 100% worth it.
It's like $100.
Yeah, do it.
It's so good.
My ass never been this clean.
My soul immaculate.
Yeah. But anyway, so I'm using the washlet, right? You know how it has like 3 buttons? It's got like washlet, bidet, and stop.
Yeah.
What? Anyway.
No, it's going.
So I go reach my hand there to go hit the stop button.
Mm-hmm.
But I hit the washlet button a second time.
I know this.
I didn't know that it did this. It starts to move.
So
and I'm
good.
like, what is this? What has happened? What is this ancient knowledge that I've unlocked?
Like the rhythm changes, right?
Yeah.
On the washlet.
Yeah.
Dude, it's the coolest shit.
I was like, what? I've used it every time. It is literally like finding the fucking Dead Sea Scrolls and being like, what is this arcane knowledge I've unlocked? By accident. 100% complete accident.
Dude, washlets are the greatest thing.
Mm.
I'm so surprised that more countries don't have them.
Yeah.
Like, I wonder why.
Plumbing.
Is it plumbing?
Probably.
Yeah, probably. I couldn't see Americans having washlets. Like, the infrastructure is just so
okay,
trash.
let's be real here. Americans still wear shoes inside.
Oh, they do. Oh
the fucking barbarians.
Oh God, yeah, they do, the barbarians. They still boil their rice.
Yeah. Fuck.
I can't fucks with a culture that boils their rice. We can't be friends.
Fucking what? Why? I can't get over shoes inside.
Shoes inside would get you a beating in my house.
Oh, yeah. Fucking, yeah, back where I came from, shoes inside.
We were discussing this, like, most black households, in my grandmother especially, like, you get into the house, you take your shoes off. This is how it is.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like anywhere you live with, like, a lot of snow, same thing.
No, yeah.
Shoes off.
If you wore your shoes into my house, you would be dead.
That's it.
You'd be dead.
Cleaning snow.
And you know what? I could fucking find you because you'd leave footprints all the way to wherever the fuck you are.
You would in the houses. Yes, you would.
You'd be dead.
That must like suck. 'Cause like no matter what type of flooring you have in Canada, like the snow is gonna fuck it up. It's like having a constant.
Because the problem is that in order to clear the snow like as quickly as possible or like keep it off the streets, they just use metric fuck tons of salt.
Holy shit! No
salt
way.
and like gravel, like dirt, right?
Yeah.
So like this snow is not clean. It's like brown and dirty and salty,
that's
right?
Disgusting. Yeah.
So if you track that into your house, it's gonna dry, and you know how like you get like scale buildup if you like wash something and like leave shampoo on it or like leave soap on it and builds that scale. It's the exact same shit.
Fuck.
So
but on your floor?
On your floor. So it would fuck your floor up.
Holy shit.
Real bad.
So that's why it's like, don't, because in my mind, I had it just being like pure snow.
Yeah.
So in my mind, I'm like, oh man, that snow's gonna get your house wet. You don't want that.
I mean, it will, yes.
I mean, that's one thing, but you're gonna get fucking, imagine having lime scale build up in your fucking front door.
Well, like in my house, it was double bad because where you came into my house, so you had like a landing here,
yeah,
and then you had stairs that went down into the basement,
yeah,
and then stairs that went up to the next floor.
Ooh, yeah.
But the stairs that go up go into the kitchen. It's like my back door goes into our kitchen, and the entire kitchen is hardwood floor. So if you're taking your shoes with rocks that are stuck in them, that are dirty, with salty, gross, the floor would be fucking destroyed.
David, the floor.
In like a week.
Fuck. This is why people don't live in Canada.
Yeah.
Flooring. I never actually...
Among other reasons.
Among other reasons. Really, like, boring topic, but I was thinking about, like, the infrastructure in America. I was watching a documentary about it. And then they were talking about how much it would cost to fix the infrastructure in America. And I was thinking to myself, like, man, it must be really expensive. And then it crossed my mind suddenly.
Yeah.
I was like, paying for, like, infrastructure repair in Canada must be insane. Because it snows every year.
Yeah.
So the water's getting into cracks, freezing, expanding, melting every fucking year?
Every fucking year. So
your roads must be trashed.
No. Well, not where I live, because
infrastructure.
We got oil money.
Oil money.
So, but here's the thing. So, the second that winter ends, and sometimes even before winter ends, road construction starts.
Straight away?
And road construction lasts until winter.
No, are you fucking serious?
Start to finish. Road construction the entire time snow is gone.
But
because if they don't, it doubles the next year. And then it doubles again. And then it doubles again.
There we go.
So suddenly the pothole that was this big, next year is suddenly this big and this deep.
Fuck.
So you drive your car through this pothole and your entire car goes dunk and breaks your fucking axle. And now your car's fucked because someone didn't take the 1 day to fill in the pothole.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Holy shit.
It's fucking
insane.
bad.
I think we had a pothole like outside of our house for like years. Because London, it doesn't really snow, it just rains.
Right.
So that's basically it. Like I couldn't imagine like the same sort of like needing that much infrastructure repair every year in London.
Yeah.
That's insanity.
Usually the highways aren't too bad because it's high speed.
Yeah. And
there's not as many cars driving on it, and it's a little bit different, but like in the city, it's just fucking you got buses running on those things every single day.
Yeah.
So like imagine you're in a fucking bus and it hits a pothole.
You're dead.
Yeah, like that bus could flip or fucking
I was watching all these videos of like buses trying to stop in Canada on black ice and just like crashing into shit.
So
it's crazy.
Edmonton's fucking stupid. Okay. They decided Edmonton, the good place to build it was on the opposite sides of a river valley.
Good man.
So you have the city here and the city here, and then it just goes down into the river.
Perfection.
Now, the problem is you need to get from here to here. Well, how do you do that? Well, you got to go across the river. But the problem is that here's the top of the thing. You can't build a bridge this huge gap. It's too fucking far. So you have to go down the hills, then across the smaller gap on the river, then back up the other side. Now, the problem is that those hills are like 400, 500 meters. Maybe not that high, but they're tall. Like, going down it will take you like a minute.
And that plus black ice is...
Yeah, bad. That's how you hit a tree in a car.
Hold on a minute. Hold on. Yeah. In my mind, in Canada, it's like really sunny. It's really nice. Winter starts coming. Black ice is caked on the road.
Yep.
Everyone's like, well... You know what this means? Then everyone starts playing Deja Vu and fucking drifting down the black ice.
Oh, have I never told this fucking story?
Go on.
Okay, so one time, I don't remember where I was coming from. We were coming home. It was me and my brother in my fucking 1996 Pontiac Sunfire.
That's a death trap.
Oh, dude, this 2 doors.
Fucking 2 doors. You can't even escape.
Oh, yeah. So, we're driving down the highway, right? And I don't know why we were listening to it, but at the time, on my phone, it might have been on like I had it like on YouTube or something, and like the I was just like letting it play or whatever. But it was playing the soundtrack from Ace Combat 5, which is like a fucking plane like flight sim.
Okay, cool.
I'll bring up some
flight sim music.
Yeah. So anyway, so the music is playing. We're driving. And I have to make a left turn, and I'm approaching the turn, and then suddenly my car starts to like, slip a little bit, and then my car instantly just like jackknifes completely 100% all the way around. I'm doing like
holy fuck,
maybe 90 kilometers an hour on the highway.
Yeah.
I turn like completely sideways. And I'm sliding, and my car turns completely all the way the other way. So I'm now traveling backwards in this car. I'm driving.
Holy
my brother's
fuck.
in the passenger seat,
screaming,
and I'm just like on the fucking
the wheel,
and I'm just like, I got this, no problem, I got this. And
I'm fine. We're good.
Literally, I was fine because I literally did a 360-degree spin, got control of the car again,
so sick.
and then slid the back end into the ditch, like on the side of the road. And I basically like perfectly parallel parked this fucking car sideways, but I'm facing backwards.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm fucking fine. But yeah, it was like.
Sick. And all the time, there's just fucking Ace Combat playing in the background.
Yeah, which song was it? I don't remember. No, it wasn't Ace Combat 0. It was Ace Combat 5? Yes, it was Ace Combat 5. What fucking song was it, though?
I was hoping it was Deja Vu.
No, it wasn't Deja Vu. Oh, man, it would have been good, though.
If it was Deja Vu. Oh, man, guys, if you don't know that song, just Google it. Like, it's some of the greatest meme music ever made.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Deja Vu.
Maybe it wasn't this one. Where is it? I'll find it eventually. Oh, here it is. But I want the
actual remixed version.
Yeah, there's like. So it's like it's playing shit like this as I'm fucking like whipping this car around.
It's playing like adventure level fret noises, and you're like trying to drift the car.
It's playing like this, like fucking like.
Oh, that dude! No, that's so good.
Like Metal Gear Solid music as I'm trying to fucking like steer this car on the side of the road.
If that was happening to me,
oh god,
that music was playing, the only thing in my mind would be, "Hey, Jordan, flip it,
flip the car,
flip it, do it." The music
surprisingly not dead. But yeah, fucking Canada's driving in Canada's fucking scary, man.
I've seen videos and I'm like, one of my friends was like, she wants to live in the UK, and I was like, oh, you shouldn't because it's pretty shit and expensive. She was like, if not the UK, Canada, and I was like, I have a friend who would tell you not to do that. And she's like, why? And I was like, he has a book of reasons as to why not
man,
to
I could give you. We could be here for hours. So many reasons.
I think I just said.
I mean, like, if you want to live in Vancouver, that's fine. That's like a completely different thing.
There we go. That's what. Yeah. That was the exact conversation. Yeah. I was like, but black ice and fucking oil money, and it's terrifying. And she's like, I don't live in Vancouver, and I was like, I think that's fine.
Yeah, Vancouver's like Vancouver and maybe Victoria, which is like literally across the bay on the island. Those are like probably the two only habitable places in fucking Canada. The rest is a shit show.
The rest is just ice, oil.
I mean, Toronto might be okay. Toronto's like a big city though. Toronto's like a Yokohama-esque, New York-esque type place. So
I just want to go see some Canadian bears. That's all I want to do.
Yeah, come to where I live. You'll see plenty.
They bears, big bears, black bears, grizzlies.
Grizzlies, yeah.
Oh, no, fuck that. That's dangerous. I can't. No. This is one. Speaking of bears, very quickly before we jump to our actual topic today, there was a very fun video I saw of a nature documentary guy going into, like a producer, going into a grizzly bear's like lair, like den. To see the bear hibernating.
Okay.
And he goes inside and he realized that the bear was not yet hibernating. The bear just looked.
How did that end?
He ran.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, no one died.
Yeah.
I feel like the bear was groggy.
Possibly. Because, man, I've seen how fast the bear can move.
Yeah.
You will not outrun that bear.
I've said this, like, if you were in a forest and you locked eyes with a bear and he was, like, in spitting distance or even throwing distance of you, it's 100% now the bear's choice if he is going to kill you or not.
Yeah.
You have no. What are you gonna do? You're gonna climb a tree. Bears can climb. You're gonna swim. They're Olympic gymnasts. They can swim. You're gonna.
Oh yeah, swimming is like whatever.
They catch salmon. Do you know how fast salmon is? It's fast.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? You're gonna get in the car and drive away? They can run as fast as the car. They're strong. Mm-hmm. They have the power of God and nature on their side, and possibly anime. We can't.
True. I mean, there's lots of bears in anime.
There's so many bears in anime.
So many bears.
Some of them, especially in Jujutsu.
That's exactly what I was thinking of. Especially pandas. You don't want to fucking... Who can do fucking Omeo magic.
Listen, you don't... This is one thing my mother taught me. So you don't want to fuck with a panda that knows Omeo magic.
Yeah.
It's how you're going to lose.
Don't do it.
You're going to lose the fight. It's just not going to work. They're very
and if
strong.
You can talk, man, you're really fucked at that point.
If you can talk as well as use magic, you're fucked.
If you have to fight intelligent...
bears?
Sentient... Well, no, they're all sentient, but like... Intelligent bears. You're fucked.
Because the worst thing is, you can't beat them. Of course not. But now, they're also shit-talking you.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
You don't want that.
I mean, it's bad enough you're going to die, but when the fucking bear has bants while he's killing you...
Dude, that's the worst.
That's just... that's 2 layers of
imagine
bad shit.
Dying to a bear, one thing.
Yeah.
Getting, like, hit in the face with a bear and the bear kills me, I'm like, well, that sucks. But, the bear's just going, like, rago, 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 or something like, what are you going to do? But getting hit with a bear, and then he shoots out a quippy one-liner, and I'm dead and I can't respond? Fuck! I'm going to go to heaven. God's going to be like, nah, man, that bear fucking owned you. Get down there. Go to bear hell.
Yeah, exactly, right?
Sucks.
Yeah, what do you say to that? That's just disgraceful.
I'm going to be too shocked. My bear can talk. Is that what you got? That's what
I mean, you get to God and be like, True, yeah.
Like, God, bro, listen, you made him talk. Honestly. What could I have done?
I mean, it's not really fair. Come on.
God, it ain't fair. I had nothing. Couldn't do no jutsu. Couldn't fight this bear. He's stronger than me. He's faster than me. Couldn't shave him. Nothing I could do. But God, nothing I could do. God's like, I get you. Like, what not bear God looks like?
A bear.
Yeah, definitely a bear.
100%.
100% a bear.
100%.
But he's golden.
Yeah. It's Winnie the Pooh.
That's Winnie the fucking Pooh. Winnie the Pooh is the god of all bears.
Oh, bother.
Tigger is Satan in that situation. Oh my gosh, yes. I could see that.
Now, Tigger would be like... Bears are very like Norse god-esque things. Like Tigger would be like Loki. He'd be like the trickster god.
Did you know he'd be the devil? Rabbit.
Yep. That's what I was thinking.
Fucking Rabbit. Rabbit or Squidward from SpongeBob SquarePants.
It would definitely, in that case, it would like definitely be like Rabbit, because Owl would be like the smart one.
Yeah. Owl would be like the god of wisdom.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, definitely, Rabbit's gonna be the devil.
Yeah,
just 100%. Out there ruining everyone's fun.
Right.
100%. I fucking love Squidward. You can stop. Hey,
fucking.
You want to talk about like places that you? I forgot the actual thing you said. But the wording was good.
So give me a second.
Words, phrases.
I need to get Kami-sama Poo-san out of my brain. No. So the topic that I wanted to talk about was now that we've lived here for a while, we've been here for 4 years
100
now.
years, yeah.
It feels like 100 years. I'll be honest.
110 years.
What are things now that we moved here that we take for granted? The things that you just do every day and you don't think about, and you're like, oh yeah, like that's like, for example, my bathroom, my bidet.
Well, washlet.
Yeah. I didn't have a washlet before, and now I use it every day, and I'm like, I can never go back now. That's one of those things.
Yeah, I get that. I feel like these are the things that I don't realize how much I miss them until I go back to the UK.
Back home, and you're like, oh, man, what the fuck?
Shit like that, yeah. So, for me, it's like new home comforts that I've got that I've sort of become used to every day.
Right, okay.
So, it's really basic shit for me. So, I was thinking about this. You said before, like, you have to look really sort of introspectively to
a little bit. I
find
think
the
so.
answer. No, I agree, because I was like, what did I take for granted? Nothing really. And then I was like, no, wait, everything.
Everything.
From like, for me, being from London, little things like being able to get fucking anywhere.
Yes.
I take that shit for granted.
Yeah.
Like, I could leave your house right now,
Mm-hmm.
go to your station, and I can be in Kyoto the next couple hours.
Yes, 100%.
Easy.
Yep.
Easy.
Don't have to ride a plane.
Nope.
Don't have to go to an airport. Don't have to get a taxi or a bus or whatever.
Nope.
It's just hop on a train, boom, you're there.
I'm in Kyoto. Easy as fuck.
Literally, like, you go from my house
Yokohama.
to Shin Yokohama.
Boom.
Get on the Shinkansen.
Boom.
You're in Kyoto in like
Done.
2 hours.
The worst thing is, like, I didn't realize how sort of accustomed I've grown to that.
Right.
Until I was thinking about going back to the UK and visiting some of my friends.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them are living in, like, different parts of the UK now. Like, most were in London for a long time. But now some are up in, like, fucking Liverpool or Scotland. Some are down in, like,
they've moved
Bath.
around.
Yeah. So I was looking, like, how do I get from London to Bath? Or London to, like, Liverpool or London to wherever? I'm like, oh, it should be an easy train ride. So I look it up and I'm like, no, why is this so difficult? It's like, get a train from London to Barach Nantina on Spry and get another train from there to fucking this random nowhere place. Then go from there up to... I'm like, why am I doing this? Why can't let me get one train?
Right, yeah.
Why is it taking me 5 hours?
I mean, at least in Japan, if you have to switch trains, there's literally like a 5-minute ordeal, right?
Yeah.
So I walk from platform 2 to platform 6, and then I get on the train at platform 6.
Bro,
done.
And the worst thing is, if you're going in the same direction, if you're going north,
yeah,
and it just happens that your train ends there, it's the most northern it goes.
Yeah.
And you're just still going north. A lot of time, it's like, bro, change from platform 1 to platform 2. And I'm like,
you step off the train onto another train.
And the train's normally already there.
Yeah. Or, it's like Toyoko-sen, when it gets to Shibuya, it just changes to another line.
It just changes for you. It's fucking
It's like,
sick.
oh, okay, now you went from Toyoko-sen to Fukutoshin-sen.
Yes.
And you just go, okay, cool.
It's like when I was having dinner with my friend up in Saitama a couple of weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to go from David's house all the way to Saitama. You gotta go, so we're in Yokohama now.
Yeah.
So you go to Yokohama, Tokyo, Saitama. You gotta pass through like 2 different
cities
basically to get there. One train.
Yeah, you have to get off, right?
One train. I sat on your train and I was like, guess I'll watch anime for an hour and a half. Or however long it took. Not even that.
Yeah,
one train.
Probably wasn't. If you got the express, it probably wasn't that long. Because I can be in Shibuya in 40 minutes.
Yeah, it's dumb. It was boom, 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 I'm there.
Yeah.
And my friend was like, oh, was it difficult getting here? I was like, baby, no. It was so easy.
That is definitely something I'm like thinking about it now. Like if I have to go back home, I'm driving everywhere. And if I do take a train in Edmonton, the train doesn't go east to west. It only goes north to south. So if I have to go to the west end of Edmonton, it's like, okay, I take a train to a station and then get a bus.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the bus never on time.
Nope.
Trains in Edmonton don't even have a time. There's no time listed. The train comes when the train comes.
What does that mean?
So if you get to the station and the train's not there, you wait till the train shows up.
When would it show up?
Whenever it shows up.
Will it just not show up?
No, eventually it'll show up.
Okay, so definitely show up.
Unless it gets delayed. But then you don't know if it gets delayed. So the train will show up when the train shows up. I mean, granted, they could have made advances in this in the last 4 years. I doubt it.
David, hold on.
But that's what I mean. Like, it's completely fucking useless.
So you get to the station. There's no timetable.
Nope.
There's no indication of when the train's gonna come.
Nope.
How do you plan to meet anyone? You just...
You roughly know that it's going to take you X amount of time to get to this place.
Yeah.
And then you just plan accordingly.
That's so funny. Holy fuck.
And then you go, well, the train's not here, so I'm going to be late. And then everyone goes, true.
Everyone goes,
true.
Me too.
Okay, me too.
Yeah, no worries. We'll meet when we get there, guys.
Exactly.
Don't worry about it.
Yes, 100%.
I'll probably give up and go home.
Or you just have a car, and you don't have to worry about that.
I'll just have a car. Yeah. I'll just have a car. That's easier.
That's what I mean. Like, it's the only reason I rode that train ever was because that train stopped inside my university.
Inside?
Yes.
Dude, fuck
like,
yeah.
So, in my university, in the grounds, there's just, like, subway entrances.
Sick.
On the campus, like, in the campus. And you just go into the basement of this fucking thing. You hop on the train. And I was the last stop on the one end.
Oh, of course I'm taking it.
So it's easy to ride.
I can just sleep all the way there.
No, but here's the thing. I was the last stop on the one end, then I would get in my car and drive for an hour. Every single day.
Why is Canada so big?
In the winter.
Why are we doing this?
In minus 30 weather.
Why would you do that? Is that you're in America? Is that you're in Japan now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so.
Kind of.
Yeah.
So you want to talk about things I take for granted?
Mm.
Man, is the fucking train is one of them, that's for sure.
Dude, 100%. The trains, like the scheduling of the trains as well.
Mhm.
Take that for granted.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. When I get to a station here and it says the train's coming at 10:52, the train is there at 10:52.
Do you not take for granted?
Unless you're on Chuosen.
Yes, on Chuosen. Do you not take for granted like the
What's that?
We're gonna hit on trains for a minute, like
Mhm.
the frequency of the trains, and also like how quickly they arrive at the station. How quickly they how frequently? Forgive me. Yeah,
Yes,
the frequency of the trains, because I'll get to. I did it this morning as well.
Mhm.
I got up on the thing. I got on my platform. I'm waiting for the train. I check the time, and it's like 2:28.
Mhm.
The next train's at 2:31, and I went. And then I went, hold on.
I have to wait an extra 3 minutes.
It's 3 minutes. Calm down, Jordan. Like, it's 3 fucking minutes. Who
Right.
cares? So in London, I'd get to a station and be like, the train's coming. 10 minutes? I don't know.
Yeah.
12 minutes? Yeah, I don't know. Whenever
Who knows?
Whenever it's
It's
gonna
coming.
get there. Don't worry about it. It's gonna get there. Don't worry about it. It's shit like that. Like, I'm so used to trains just being so frequent and so accurate.
Yep.
That little things like that, I'm like, ooh, that's something I should be more thankful for. You
Right.
know?
Yeah.
In Japan,
I think we definitely noticed this a lot more when we went to, like, Tohoku area.
Oh yeah, dude.
And we're like, oh, the train comes every 30 minutes.
Dude,
fuck.
that's crazy to me.
Yeah.
But then again, like when I was living in Canterbury, to go back to London, sometimes the trains were like that.
Yeah,
It was like
30 minutes.
30 minutes or so. Just dumb. But then again, even those trains were like, you were going from one city to the next, basically.
Yep.
And those are expensive.
Mhm.
That's another thing. How cheap everything is here.
Yeah. Well,
Mm.
some stuff.
Some stuff.
Some stuff.
Some stuff, I should say. I guess the trains in London are way more expensive than Japan.
Yes.
So while the transport system will nickel and dime you into fucking oblivion, London's train system doesn't really nickel and dime you. It just sort of hits you over the head with a big bag with a dollar sign on it and robs you
It
blind.
collects your money in a sack and then hits you in the
Yeah,
face with
yes,
it.
it does. He hits you with your own money. You're like, bro, it's like the Monopoly man, but
Yeah.
he's British. It's exactly the same, but he's got like
So exactly the same.
he's got a top hat and he's got
So there's literally no
there's
difference.
no difference. He just has a cup of tea.
Tea.
That's
Mm.
it. It's like, how do you tell the difference between the Monopoly man? It's like the one that has a cup of tea, it's the British one. The ones that are eating maple syrup, that's the Canadian one.
Yep.
The one that's being really imperialistic, American. the normal one, the base model, it's the American one.
Yep.
That's pretty much it. The one being slightly racist, it's the Japanese one.
Oh, only slightly though.
Only slightly though.
The one that's not wearing Nike shoes, Japanese.
That's fucking call back to the last fucking app. So good.
Ugh.
But yeah, I take that for granted a lot. What else
Yeah.
do you take for granted in being in Japan?
Here, things that I think, one of the things I do take for granted is the sheer, what is it, like, not proliferation, the sheer amount of convenience stores.
Yes. We don't even have convenience stores in the UK.
Yeah. We have them in Canada, but here's the thing, like, the convenience store is where you buy gas for your car. And then maybe you get, like, snacks for driving somewhere, right?
That's it.
Yeah, that's kind of it, right? It's not, like, here, a convenience store is actually convenient.
It's very convenient.
Yeah. Like, oh no, I was out somewhere and shit my pants, right? Like, the situations we've all had. I mean, how many times have you shit your pants this week?
I mean, God, who can even say at this stage?
Who can count, right?
Right now. No,
More than I have fingers and toes, right? But, like, if you're like, I need to buy new fucking underwear, you can just go to any fucking 7-Eleven and just buy, right?
Yeah.
Like, okay, it's not like fancy underwear, but
you're in
it's
here
better
for
than shitty drawers, right?
It is indeed. I feel like convenience stores are very, as you said, convenient. Like, the UK, we pretty much have corner shops, which are, like, shittier versions of convenience stores.
Yeah.
Like independently owned convenience stores.
Right, yeah.
And they
Okay. Like a mom and pop shop.
There we go, yeah.
Type thing. Yeah.
But they're all mom and pop shops. There's not really any like chain stores.
Right.
Like the only chain stores we have are like supermarkets, really.
Mhm.
So if you're gonna go buy some stuff, you're going to the supermarket. Like I feel like the difference is I can walk a little bit further and go to the supermarket and buy a loaf of bread for like 50 pence. Or I can go to the mum and pop shop on the corner
Right.
and pay like double that for the same bread. And it's like, well, I'll just walk a little bit more because why not?
Why not? Right.
It's like that. That and also, it's something everyone always says, but like the safety in Japan, I'm kind of 100% down with.
Yeah.
I do like it.
It's weird. That is a thing that I thought of as well, because going around somewhere like you can go around somewhere like Shinjuku or Shibuya, where there's just an absolute fuckload of people.
Tons.
But you can walk around there like 2 a.m., 3 a.m.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
And like maybe this is just because we're guys, so I think the women might have
a little bit
a very
different,
different interpretation of this, but I can walk around and I'm not afraid of getting mugged. I'm not afraid of getting beat up. Whereas if I was in inner city Edmonton at like 2 a.m, I would be on guard. Like I would
have to be.
I would 100% be on guard. I maybe even am fucking packing. Like I might carry like a knife or something to protect me, because I know for a fact that if I go past 105th Street in Edmonton, bad shit could go down.
Crime.
Anywhere.
Crime time, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is pretty much, London's very much similar. It's, there's lots of gangs, lots of crime. I think me growing up in London, it's like, it was very much when things were very gang war-y, one could say. So lots of shootings and stabbings and acid attacks and such. So, like, you never really felt safe walking around London.
Yeah.
Like, ever. Like, you just don't. Like, even now, like, to some extent, like, going back to London, I'm always like, I'm constantly on guard in this city. Like, you can't relax in London.
Right. That I think that feeling for people who live in like a bigger city, I think that's just, it's something you grew up with, and it's kind of like, it's like burned into your psyche.
Yes.
Right? Like you are just perpetually on edge.
Yep.
Because you know that shit could go down at any
second.
time.
I don't think I know anyone who grew up in a city who doesn't have that sort of edge
kind of mentality. Yeah.
The weirdest thing is that you can go back to like you can go to live in Germany for a bit, come to Japan for a little while, and after a while, you stop doing it. You learn to relax. You realize that I don't have to be constantly on guard in this city. Like, as long as I have my wits about me, as long as I'm thinking about where I'm going and what I'm doing and how I'm presenting myself, everything should be fine. Like, you don't have to be on edge all the time. I can lean back in the train and fucking get my phone out, watch some YouTube in the open, and it's whatever. People whipping out their fucking Nintendo Switch in public.
Yeah.
And that is always...
Yesterday I got on the train, and I stood in the Komainu position.
Yeah.
You know,
nice.
For those who don't know where the Komainu position, it's the position that is opposite the doors.
Yeah.
Like immediately when you come in. So I look over to the guy in the right. It was fucking weird. There's 3 people in a row. All of them are playing Switch.
Nice. Fuck yeah. And that's wild to me. Like, growing up in London, it's like I had like a Nintendo DS before they were released in the UK. I got mine from America. My mother was like, "Do not bring it outside of the house." That's how wild it was.
Yeah.
It's like, I have this game console that I could... They advertise it as like, go to the park with your friends and connect and play these games together. Woo! And I'm like...
It's really funny seeing those commercials where it's like happy Japanese kids who go to the park to play with their friends, play their Switch with their friends.
It's insane.
I'm like, yo, man, if I went to like a park...
Done.
That shit would be stolen in like fucking 20 minutes tops.
Kids in Japan don't understand how fucking good they have it. What I would fucking give to grab my Nintendo Switch, run to a park with my boys,
and
hang
just chill.
out and just chill in the grass and just play some fucking Switch, play some Smash with the boys in a park. Are you mad? Mad? It would be like, hey Jordan, do you want to go to the park with your Switch and play Smash? I'm like, no, we have internet. Let's do it that way.
Yeah.
So we don't get robbed.
From my house where I don't have any bodily harm forced upon me.
Literally, like the speed to which the console will be snatched from your hand.
Right.
Unreal. Like you can't. You can't. Like, it's stupid. Kids have it good here sometimes. I
Yeah,
mean,
you see like kids who are 5 or 6 just riding the train by themselves.
fucking train
By themselves.
This country's
They like they can barely reach up to the fucking gate to put their
ticket in the machine and shit.
Not the ticket, like the Suica or Passmo to beep them through the thing.
It's adorable.
Like they're barely tall enough to do that.
Adorable. Yeah.
With their fucking yellow bucket
Little
hat.
fucking bucket hats. Dude, I saw like 3 of them like all holding hands in a line, like going up to the thing to beep their Suica one at a time, and the last girl couldn't really reach to get her thing beeped, and the ticket guy came out and he like helped her beep her Suica, and she's like, "Arigato gozaimashita," and she goes through, and I'm like, my heart, my
I know,
heart,
right? But like,
so cute.
You would never have that in any other place.
If this was London, the exact same scene would happen. Only the guard who came out to help her would stab her in the neck and then walk away. And I'd be like, London, I'm home. That's London, pretty much.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
I feel like it is a little bit different for women, as you said before. Like,
Yeah,
I feel like
I can't speak to that experience.
I can't speak to it all. I can only speak from what I've read online.
Yeah, what I've read or what other people have told me.
Yeah, from what I've seen, it's like, yes, it's safer, but at the same time, it's like there is still that element of like, I could get stalked or sexually harassed.
Yeah, that seems to be more the case. I feel like back home, I feel like the outcome's the same.
Yes.
Where you both end up dead, regardless of your gender.
Yes.
Whereas here,
crime is very much progressive. Crime is very LGBT friendly. Like, crime doesn't care what gender you are. He don't give a shit who you sleep with when you go home to bed. He don't care what you identify with. Crime gonna come, find you, stab you in the face, take your money, and leave you dead. That's crime.
Yeah,
that's just crime.
people who are willing to commit violent crime, they don't care.
They don't have time.
There's something just to say about who they pick as targets, though.
Yeah, definitely.
So I'm not saying that it is not disproportional one way or the other, but at the end of the day, the outcome's the same.
Pretty much.
Which is kind of fucked.
Yep. Sucks to suck.
Yeah.
But yeah, sorry, forgive me, you were saying, like,
Yeah, it's just, here women are more likely to be sexually assaulted.
Definitely, yeah.
Like, 100%.
Yeah.
Violent crime typically doesn't happen, and I wonder if that's because of the way that the Japanese prison system is. Like, you could get I hate to say this, you could get away with sexual assault.
You can. It's awful.
You could get away with it, but like if you commit a violent crime, there's no way to really be like, "Oh, it wasn't me." When there's cameras on the train and there's also 150 other people in the same train car, like you wouldn't get away with that shit, right?
I feel like if I ever did have kids, if I ever did have like daughters, I've said this for a long time, but every one of my kids is learning a different martial art.
Yeah.
Like, a different martial art. I want them all trained in different principles, and then I'm gonna have like a secret basement in my house with like an old ring in it.
Just making Fight Club.
Yeah, of course. We're gonna have sparring. Any single like disagreement that can't be solved with words or talking will be solved with like one-on-one sparring. Like, whose turn is on the TV? It's my turn, it's my turn, it's my turn. Can you solve it with words? It's my turn, it's my turn. Seems like we can't, guys. You know what that means? It's time for Kid Battle Royale! Everyone puts their fucking sparring gloves on.
Right.
Because you gotta be safe.
Of course.
Mouth guards in. This isn't MMA.
This is not MMA.
Helmets on, boys, come on. Want a clean fight, no biting.
Yep.
Stick to your principles, no MMA. Stick to your principles. Taekwondo, boxing, let's go. Just gonna watch that shit play out. Winner gets to watch TV. Done. Simple. But that's practical things. Like, so, no matter where you're living, like, be it fucking UK or Japan or America or Canada or whatever, like, learning a martial art very helpful. Like, you find that the vast majority of people who are doing crime normally haven't really trained in the arts of crime or martial arts. They just sort of...
well, that's the thing. I think in most cases, if you train in martial arts, you're less likely to commit a crime.
I feel like so.
Because I think inherently with martial arts, they kind of instill a
virtue system.
A virtue system, or like a sense of like honor and like justice.
Yeah.
Where you don't do that kind of thing, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Like, you never see a criminal walk into a fucking store and just fucking judo chop someone in the jugular, right?
I want to see that shit.
You don't see someone like walk up to the cashier behind the counter, grab them by like the scruff of their thing, and fucking judo throw them over the thing. Like that doesn't happen, right?
He breaks into the bank. He's like got a gun. He's got like just his hands to the guy's head. He's
Right.
like, if you press that alarm, you make me use these hands. And the guy's like, what? I'm gonna press the alarm. Fucking judo flips the guy, and the whole bank's like, wow,
Very nice, very nice.
clean, very impressive. It's like
They-
perfect L stance.
They don't know who it is, and then they find out later. They go through like the fucking Olympic like judo team.
Yes.
And they're like, it's that guy.
So,
I knew it.
Liu Kang, I knew it. He kept going, what? Every time he kicks, I knew it.
Bicycle kick someone.
He's like, you know the police lineups? It's that. So everyone has to do a bicycle kick.
They move everyone all over to the one side of the thing. They put a dummy at the one end. They're like,
Yes.
bicycle kick it right now.
Bicycle dummy. I'm like, okay, could number one go on? La 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 la. It wasn't him. No, it wasn't him. Could number two go? What? Wasn't him. Number three? What? It was him. Arrest that man. That's how do you know? Them kicks, them hrs. I knew it. Very JoJo-esque.
Yeah.
I knew it.
Very
Fucking knew it.
JoJo. Turns around. He just looks at you. Go.
It's just go.
I knew it. I knew it was you.
It's like, could you strike an interesting yet sexual pose for me, number three? It's like, it's like
Yep. Mm.
I'm aroused and confused. It was him. Send him
But we're gonna let him off with a warning because that pose was really good.
So that pose was great. It's like, yeah, just slap on the wrist, let him go.
Let him go.
It's fucking sick.
I
dude.
can't put that away.
The world's gotta see that. Look at is
Yeah.
that pose he struck? Question my own sexuality here. Get out of here. He's like, Chief, you can't keep doing that. Third man this week.
He's just dressed like Giorno, where he's got a big fucking heart cut out.
Heart cut out. This thing. It's like, in this town, the way to get away with crime is to dress as a JoJo character.
dress as a slightly effeminate metrosexual man.
Yes. You get away with all the crime.
Yep.
It's all the crime. The police.
I
shoot
mean,
them.
hey, has any JoJo ever committed a crime?
No. Wait. No. I want to say yes, but I'm going to say no. My mind.
Most definitely, they've committed some kind of
My
crime.
mind's
Well, I mean,
telling
they've
me
killed
no.
they've killed someone, so I'm sure that. But they were vampires. They're not real people.
Vampires don't count as crime. No. It's a mercy killing, technically.
Yeah.
I mean, there's an episode.
I mean,
where-
technically, they're already dead, so you can't kill someone who's already dead, right?
Bring that to court, David. Get this man on my
There
team.
you go. There you go.
David,
I've solved it.
with this defense, we can win any case.
You can't kill someone who's already dead.
It's like, sir, you can't kill someone
Flawless
who's
logic.
already dead. And the judge is like, okay. Then you come with a second punch, but were you there to see it? He's like, fuck, it's got me
Nope.
there. That's,
It's like, those are both true statements, so...
yeah. Judge is like, man, this is a hard case. Like, all the evidence is fucking huge. There's like video of me killing the person and everything. Someone had time to 90s etch a sketch of me killing the dude.
But they let you off because you looked at the camera and posed.
Yeah. I looked at I posed really coolly and I was wearing a suit.
Yeah.
But with like a heart shape cut out of it.
Yeah.
The judge was like, can't arrest that
I
man.
can't.
How sexy he is. Get out of here, man. Those pecs. Get out of here, bro. This is why I can't rule a country. I'm gonna get in so much trouble. If I rule the country, I'm just making dumbass laws. Technically what Trump's doing now, technically. Do you
That's
feel like
about right.
do you ever feel like Trump just thinks like he's playing Sims on a really hard difficulty? Like he just seems
Sims?
yeah, like this like Trump's just playing like the Sims politics. 'Cause,
Sure.
like right now
I feel like it's more like Civilization.
Civilization,
and he's just
yeah.
like inputting his own, like, what is it, the own Civilization, like, rule laws. And he's mixing, like, dictatorship and, like, liberal things. And yeah.
All the other like ruling states really confused on what he's doing. Like, this is how you play the game. Are you using cheats? You're not allowed
Yeah.
to do that. Stop enraging the populace. Fuck.
I mean, he's making friends with city-states like fucking North Korea.
North fucking Korea.
There you go.
Yo, this is fucking solved. Trump is playing Civilization 6.
There you go.
What a bastard. But crime, sorry, big circle.
Bring it back around.
Crime.
Very
difficult fourth parts, but I feel like definitely gotta learn martial art in Japan. Anyway, gotta learn martial arts. Very useful. No matter how old you are.
Yeah, you should. It's good for you.
It is good for you. It's healthy. It's good for you. Defend yourself pretty much. Anything else you really sort of
that I really like?
That you're what was the phrasing you used again?
That you, now that you've lived here, you've taken for granted.
For granted, yeah. For me, latching onto like the safety thing is like just how easy I can buy alcohol here. Fucking rocks.
The convenience store is convenient.
One of my favorite things to do is like something I can't really do in the UK anymore. Really. So it's go to a convenience store. You grab some bevs. You grab some snacks during the summertime.
Yep.
You go to a park. You just hang out. You have some day beers in the park with the boys.
Yeah, you can drink outside.
Fucking rocks, dude. Oh shit, yeah, that's legal. Didn't even think of that. Yeah,
legal.
Drinking outside, you can. It's so cool here. Like, it's fun to a certain extent. Like, I like drinking outside. It's fun to go to a park and be drinking and hanging out.
Yeah.
But then you have like the OG-chan on the train at like 4 a.m. like drinking, and you're like, it's a bit too far.
Yeah.
And then you have the guys on the train at like
8 a.m.
Yeah, like 8 a.m.
Going to work, drinking a strong zero.
I saw a man on the train Friday morning with a strong zero cozy.
Oh, nice.
And dude, right? And you
gotta keep it cold.
Dude, he was on the train just like nursing this strong zero, and I felt like, how hard is your day? That it is like 9 something in the AM.
Yeah, that's pretty dire at that point.
Dude, it's 9 in the AM and you're fucking slurping back a 9% beverage. It could have been the 12% one. Couldn't see the can.
Oh yeah, God, yeah, that's true.
I should be very clear about this. It was a tall boy.
Oh, okay.
This wasn't
the nice 750 milliliter one.
The big old 750 milliliters of Strong Boy. Like you have to really have it. You must hate your boss.
Yeah.
To be nursing back this fucking Strong Boy.
Probably.
Sad times. But I like that though. I do enjoy how easy it is to like grab alcohol, drink outside, chill with the boys.
I guess like to tie into that as well is just the sheer amount of a thing that I do take for granted is the sheer amount of stuff in a small area.
Yes.
Like specifically food. Food is one thing, right? So it's always kind of, it's almost to the point where it's annoying.
Yes.
Where you're in like a group, okay, like say it's you, me, and someone else, right? There's 3 of us, and we go, what do you want to eat?
Yeah.
And you go, well, I don't know, there's so much shit. Like, do you want to eat yakitori? Do you want to eat yakiniku? Do you want to go to Indian food? Do you want to go this? Like, you're there for like 20 minutes deciding what the fuck you want to eat because you have such a wealth of choices.
Yeah.
Where
it's almost too much.
Almost, yeah, in some cases. Where I feel like back home, it's like, what you have to decide what you want to eat first because then you have to go to
the place
wherever that place is, right? It's not just like, let's do this.
I'm not sure as in Canada, but in the UK, like we didn't really build out from the stations. Like things are really spread out. So like you leave.
It's the same, yeah. Everything is spread out, yeah.
You leave the station, you got to walk around somewhere. So I remember when I first came to Japan, I realized that everything is built with the station in mind. So everything is like near the station.
It's if it's not, like, most stuff is within like 10 minutes walking distance of the station.
Yeah.
And then if it's not, that means like usually it's, if you're going there, that means it's fucking good.
It's really good, yeah.
Yeah.
It means the place is so good they didn't give a shit how far they were from the station.
Yes.
And
usually those places are better, right?
They are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Typically.
I do take for granted the fact that I don't have to, for example, I was having lunch with my friend in Chofu a little while ago, like talking about like business shit. So like zoom to Chofu, hanging out there for a bit, and like from where we were eating, I could see the station.
Right, yeah.
I was like, this is dumb. I'm like, I can get home like that.
Right. I mean, even some famous restaurants are literally inside the station. Like, I'm sure if people are listening from America, you probably know of like Jiro's Sushi.
Oh yeah, that's like in the station.
It's in the station.
Yeah.
It's in the basement of what? Kyoto?
No idea.
I don't know where it is, but I know it's in a station. It's in like the shopping section underneath the station. And it's just the most famous Japanese sushi place.
Just in
a station.
What I find really funny is that speaking of that Jiro Sushi place. So with all things, especially when it comes to food,
right.
If you don't understand what you're eating, you can't understand what you're eating. for example. Like, it's like we're drinking wine. If I drink a bottle of wine, don't drink beer. Beer for me.
Sure. Okay.
If I drink a beer, that's like crazy beer made by the master brewers of Germany, and I'm gonna drink this beer and go, yeah, it's beer. Because beer will taste the same to me. I don't have the palate for it. Wine, better. So when it comes to like sushi, and you have like Americans coming over, like people coming over, and like, I want to eat a Jiro sushi. I'm always like, but do you eat sushi enough to understand what you're eating?
Right.
Like,
you have no frame of reference.
Yeah.
For quality.
Yeah. I remember someone told me the first sushi they ever ate in Japan was Jiro sushi, and I thought to myself, you're an idiot, because like to you that sushi and like kaiten sushi is gonna taste exactly the same.
Right, exactly.
You're not gonna understand what
because you'll eat Jiro sushi and you go, this is really good, and then you'll go to kaiten sushi and think, this is really good.
Yes.
Because
yes,
there's always a difference between going from up to down than down to up.
Exactly. You gotta start. That's when my little brother came to Japan.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm gonna take you to fucking kaiten sushi.
Right.
And we go there and we order a bunch. We're eating. He's like, this is really good, and I was like, this is normal.
Right.
This
yeah.
isn't
Exactly.
good. This isn't bad. This is just fine.
This is where you would go with your family to eat sushi. The once a month that you go.
This isn't the cheapest, but it's not the most expensive.
Right.
It is very much basic. It's a couple hundo yen, and we can get a ton of sushi. Yeah. And he was like, it's great. He's like, I've never had sushi before, and thus this is delicious to me. And I was like, and that's my point, pretty much. Like, if I took this man to like this really good unagi store that I love, fucking delicious. And I was like, I can't take you there. Right. Because I need you to eat unagi in a small...
You need to eat like regular ass unagi.
Yes. I need to eat some cheap shit to understand
why the good shit is good.
Good, exactly.
Yeah.
So just a very small rant there. I hate people.
Well, I think like I had that when we went to Tohoku when we drank the apple juice out of the vending machine.
Yeah.
And just like I've drank apple juice before. I've drank a lot of different apple juice in Japan. Like I've had Natchan, I've had Ku, I've had like, regular apple juice, right?
Yeah.
But the second that fucking apple juice, like I drank it, I'm like, this is a cut above.
Yes,
And I can tell immediately, I'm like, this is so much
better
than any apple juice I've ever had.
You need that frame. You gotta build that frame first of all.
Even we bought when we went back to when me and Chihiro went to Yamagata. There's a lady in Yamadera, just an old bachan. She's just hanging out there and she's selling apples. She's like, I'll sell you an apple for 50 yen.
What? I'll take that apple.
And it was funny. The old lady's like, oh, we picked up an apple, and she goes, you don't want that.
What the?
You don't want that apple. And we're like, why?
Bitch, why?
Why? And she's like, because there's no honey inside.
How do you know?
And she's like, how do you know? And she's like lifting up all the apples, looking at them. She's like, this one. She's like, it's got lots in it. We're like, what? Okay. So we trusted her. We got home. We brought it home here. Cut it open. Like
the orange
inside the core.
Yeah,
it's just like
like so good. Yeah.
I was like, how the fuck? What?
How does she know?
I have no idea.
I bought some Fuji apples and one had that.
Yeah.
It was so good.
Yeah. So
good.
I can understand where the base. What's the baseline, right?
Yeah.
And I think
That's
if you come and you go to a place like Jiro's for sushi, it'll be good. Of course it will be.
It'll be good, yeah.
But
Michelin star sushi, of course it'll be good.
Of course, yeah. But you have nothing to compare it to.
You're spending a bunch of money on like stuff you don't really get. And I guess people go like, oh, but I've had like sushi in America. I like California roll, and I'm not here trying to benchmark that sushi. You can eat whatever you want. What I'm saying here is like it's a different type of cuisine, kind of.
Yes, yeah.
Like you really want to be in Japan, eat the levels of sushi, go up, and then hit that.
Yep.
Like there are certain wine bars that I really want to go to, but I know it's still too soon for me to go there.
Right.
I'm not going to appreciate the wine there.
You need to broaden your horizons a little bit more before you can move up a rung.
I've drank trash wine, pretty good wine, very good wine, but it's all in the realm of wine I like.
Right.
I've got to extend that palate a bit before I start drinking. That's also what I like about Japan, how cheap it is to drink here.
Yeah, you can drink pretty cheaply.
I mean, how good like bars and stuff are as well here.
Yeah, good. That's another thing that maybe I do take for granted because
definitely.
Bars in Japan still exist. In a way that
still bars?
In a way that's different, because like a bar back home is like I go back to this place and it's got like tables, and it's like when someone says let's go to the bar, it's like a old style like biker bar type thing. It's got like a pool table, like that kind of bar.
It's a pub.
Yeah, kind of a little bit. But like here is like, you know, you go into a bar, there's a barman, there's literally a counter that you sit at, and that's it. There's no tables, there's no you sit at the counter, you order your drinks from the barman, you talk to the barman, you get a drink. It's great.
I love those bars. Those bars are a really fun place to practice Japanese. I take that for granted. I think if I ever were to leave Japan, I would miss like bars.
Yeah, I honestly, since COVID started, I kind of miss going to those places with other people. It sucks.
It does. I need this COVID to stop being annoying so I can go back to drinking in bars with the boys. Speaking of which, I think we're doing like Christmassy things soon. We'll talk about that next week.
Right, yeah.
Wait, is next week Christmas?
The week before, yeah. Should be, because today's 10th? So it would be like...
Yes.
No, yeah, it will be.
14, 15, 17, 19... Then next week...
It'll be the weekend before Christmas.
And I've been working too hard. The dates are getting mangled.
Is there anything else you can think of that you kind of take for granted?
I feel like I take a lot for granted in Japan. More than one can even say, I feel like. The ease of travel I mentioned, like how easy... The large variety of good food you talked about. How easy it is to like travel around, safety. Rent is pissing me off.
Rent is
cheap. I don't take it for granted because in looking for houses, I realized that it's pretty expensive still anyway. Like depending on what area you want to live. But I feel like there is still a lot I take for granted living here. But,
and that's the weird thing is like I the stuff that we mentioned seems very basic, and I think that's what it is. Yeah. I need to do a little bit more introspection because there's probably stuff that I just go and do every day.
Yes.
And I don't think about it.
You'd have to go out to Canada for a while, and I'd have to go out to the UK.
Yeah.
And write a list of things.
And then we'd meet up the week after and go,
yes,
this is what I fucking missed about Japan. Yeah.
For me, it's like the things I definitely know that I take for granted are as I said before, my new creature comforts. The new things that I do every day that I'm always going to keep doing. Those are things that I know for sure I take for granted. And everything else is like, I'm sure I take this for granted, but I'm like, do I?
Yeah.
Do I appreciate it still? Do I even notice? Kind of thing. Would have to go back to the UK. But
I think for me, one of the things I do take for granted is being able to be, you know, like live by myself and kind of just get whatever I need like very easily, right?
Yeah.
Like, for example, I'll use you as an example, right? You really like stuff like coffee, right? Yeah. You love coffee.
I do.
And it's easy for you to find things that you can bring into your home to kind of like make your own space for that part of your life. Oh, that's
so true. Yes.
Like,
yes.
If I want to kind of just have my niche, like, because the houses are small, because you don't have a lot of space, you have to kind of decide, what do I want to keep? What do I need here? Yes. What needs to be in my house? What do I like? And I think there's kind of a simplicity about it that you wouldn't get if you lived somewhere where the houses were huge. Like, if I had a huge house, I would have no qualms of buying a whole bunch of huge shit that I don't need. Yeah. And then I go, well, why did I buy this?
Japan kind of makes you minimalistic.
Yes, for sure. Yeah. And I think that is something that I do take for granted because it's made me a little bit more conscious about my habits as maybe like a consumer.
Yeah.
But as well as like my habits in life.
My friend mentioned this. My friend who lived in Korea and went back to the UK, and she was traveling back. She was like, she says to me, when you were traveling moving house, like, how many boxes did you have? And I was like, not many. She was like, weren't you living there for like 2 years in the house I was living before I moved? I was like, yeah. She's like, why didn't you have any stuff? I was like, didn't need any stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, the only stuff I really had like a vast quantity of was kitchen stuff because I cook.
Right, exactly, right.
Everything else
I think when I moved in here, I had maybe 7 to 10 boxes of stuff.
Yeah.
And 4 of those were clothes.
Oh my god, yeah.
Right? And that's just like work clothes. That's like all my casual clothes, right? Like that's all I had. Like I don't have a ton of clothes, but really at the time I didn't have much of anything. But like now I've kind of built up a little bit more. But it's mostly the stuff that I bought a couch.
Yeah.
Because I needed to fill that space.
Yes.
I bought a bar counter because otherwise, like you know my kitchen. If there was no bar counter there,
can't prep anything.
I couldn't do anything, right?
I forget you bought that counter. I kept thinking it was always there just because it looked so natural being there.
Right.
Like you needed something there. You needed a table or
for sure. Yeah,
yeah, 100%. Yeah, I get that.
Like that kitchen would be huge, but that's kind of the thing I mean. Like I could have bought a table. I could have bought 4 chairs. I could have bought X, Y, and Z. But I just opted for the most efficient,
yes.
minimalist thing to put in my room.
I like that. I like that Japan is maybe sort of... I think I've always been very minimalistic about my thing. I never want anything, but I feel like Japan has really sort of intensified that feeling. Like
a little
bit. Yeah. Because I'll go to stores and stuff and I'll be like, I don't really need this thing, so I'm not going to get it. Like, it'd be like that. Like, where would I put it?
Right. You look at it, you go, I want this. Where am I going to put it?
Yeah.
I've said that to myself so many times when buying something. Like, when I was buying even this desk, I was like, what size do I want?
Yes.
Where am I going to put it? And then, do I even need it? Can I just put my computer somewhere else? Obviously, I can't do that because that's ridiculous. But
whereas in Canada, you just be like, I'll get this desk.
Yeah, I'll just buy this desk because I have the space.
Yeah.
Because I don't care. I can throw it in the corner. It doesn't matter. I can throw it in any orientation I want.
Wouldn't matter.
It wouldn't matter. Yeah.
That's Japan. That's interesting. I like that a lot. That's interesting. I'm going to think about this more. When I eventually go back to the UK and come back again, I'll write a list of things that I really missed from Japan. We'll discuss that.
Yeah.
But that's fun.
Yeah, I think that's... We're almost an hour and a half on this one. So.
I gotta get some work done.
Yeah, I guess you have to go home and do some bullshit.
Yeah, I go finish an article, do some fucking research. I know, fuck me, right? It fucking sucks.
So what are you gonna do tomorrow then? Just more research and shit? Fuck.
Pretty much, yeah. Tomorrow I'm gonna do some more research. I'm gonna grab coffee with someone, then I'm gonna pack for... Tokushima. I mean, the thing is, like, if I do it now, I won't have to do it later.
Right.
It's gonna have to get done eventually.
Yeah.
So if I do it tomorrow or the day before that, little by little bit, questions.
It doesn't really matter, right?
Exactly. Yeah, it's not really gonna matter. Like,
Mm-hmm.
It's fine. Guys, so I might have some Tokushima stories.
Okay, great. Just before we end, though.
Yep.
I wanna put out a maybe a little bit of a call to action to the people who are listening.
It's happening, boys.
Typically, I mean, okay, well, 2 calls to actions. One is I definitely want to expand the podcast past where we are now.
Oh yeah,
and I think that's been made pretty clear.
Yeah.
But I would like to get guests who are out of our like immediate.
Range.
Influence? Yeah.
Range.
So if you are listening, and there are people that you would like to see and have on the podcast, let us know who they are. I'll get in contact with them. Or, alternatively, harass them endlessly to come on the podcast, because then they can't ignore you.
That's also good.
But then I don't look like the bad guy.
I'm good either way, yeah.
Yeah, I'm fine either way. That's 1. 2 is, if you're listening... Even if you're listening on Spotify, you're listening on wherever. If you have Apple Podcasts, go on there, give us a rating.
Yes.
I've never mentioned this really because to me it's like kind of like whatever, yeah. Right? Like I'm not.
It does help.
If I go, leave a 5-star review, right?
It does.
Then
help.
It's like, okay, yeah, of course. Like I want a 5-star review because that's what you want. But go and leave a legitimate review if you like it, right? I think right now I have 4 ratings.
Nice.
That's it. And I know that there's close to 100 people per week who are listening to this podcast.
We love you all.
So show up.
Give us a rating. Let us know what you think.
Yeah.
Every little helps. Bigger we get, we'll get more guests coming on.
Yeah, that's true.
Great fun.
God knows I've tried to get as many people as I can.
We're still a small cast, so getting guests is getting guests, you know what I mean? But we'll expand, we'll keep going, we'll see where it goes from here.
Yep.
But guys, thank you so much for listening again this week. Love you.
Of course.
I'm gonna be very busy for the next week.
Yeah, we'll see what you feel like next week.
I should be okay. I'm gonna I'm gonna be dead next week. I think I'm gonna plan a day next week where I'm gonna sleep for 12 hours.
Good call. Good call.
It might be today. I might sleep for 12 hours when I get home, wake up, and then do some work.
Smart.
We'll see how this goes. Guys, love you. I'm gonna leave you. Good night.
See you next week.